They swim true, they track well, they sink the way they're supposed to. It gives the average fisherman a better edge.
There he is. You know, I feel like when you get that bait down there in the strike zone and then my eyes light up or that tail lights up, and I don't know what it is for sure, but I know it seems like you get some ferocious bites on these baits. Oh, look at that. You said fish, come back and get it. Golly.
Our advanced rattles actually make a unique pitch inside that doesn't sound like your average rattles inside. Here is a brand new sound with a brand new signature and a brand new swimming action that I believe will give all anglers the edge they're looking for.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
The fishing industry has been around for decades, with hundreds of lure companies trying different strategies to set their lure apart from the others. Livingston Lures saw an opportunity to create something cutting edge. By using modern-day technology and mixing it with old-fashioned principles, Livingston Lures has designed a hard plastic bait line that is unrivaled in the industry.
Well, Livingston Lures, I can tell you that we pay attention to detail. Every little detail that goes into production of our baits. We spare no expense. We have stainless steel split ring hooks that are 200-pound torque tested so they won't pull apart. We have mustad onyx hooks, black hooks, really sharp, razor sharp hooks that will ensure a good hook set. Our paint is a non-lead paint that's friendly to the environment but yet gives off vibrant colors. The style of the bait, the craftsmanship, the technology inside, we test and retest and make sure that every bait that comes out that's packaged is worthy to carry the Livingston Lures name.
The Livingston Lure Company's attention to detail begins with their intricate choice of colors and patterns, making sure that each habitat and fishing situation has a Livingston lure that matches the hatch.
Our baits have realistic color features, from little perch to crappie to baby bass to different shiners, chrome bellies. We made sure that we gave you the right color patterns for all different scenarios. We want you to match the hatch every single time you're on the water.
Livingston Lures knows that looks are only part of the equation in getting those big fish to the boat. The action of the lure, from its dive to its wobble, is key to attracting the big ends.
At Livingston Lures, we're really proud of the swimming action of our baits. You'll know it when you put it in your hand. You'll know that this is a lure that's slightly different, better. And when you cast it out, it casts beautifully. When you're reeling it in, the vibration you feel on your rod tip, you know that that thing is just wiggling perfectly through the water. If you dead stick and you leave it and you twitch, the way it reacts with what you want to do is so intuitive. From the simple twitch to the long burning in the reel, it just acts perfectly. It does what it's supposed to when it's supposed to do it.
The final element needed to bring a perfectly swimming, perfectly matched lure to life is an exclusive combination of technologies, including a proprietary sound chamber, which emits advanced vibration-producing rattles activated by the lure's swimming action, and internal microelectronics that simulate the natural croaking noises of distressed baitfish that calls to fish even when the lure is suspended or sitting motionless.
Our baits are more effective than your traditional baits, and the number one reason that keeps coming up, and what I've found in developing the baits, is that fish, especially fish in very popular bodies of water, lakes like Elite Series lakes where it's fished a lot, fish are just used to rattles. They're used to that bead sound. They're used to that distinctive sound that you always hear from an artificial bait. With ours, when you cast it in and you're not working the bait, it's giving off a signal to the fish saying, here I am, come check me out. When you're working the bait, because of the way we built the sound chamber inside, our advanced rattles actually make a unique pitch inside that doesn't sound like your average rattles inside. And I believe that those two things, along with the erratic swimming action, the tight wiggle, the good tracking, here is a brand new sound with a brand new signature and a brand new swimming action that I believe will give all anglers the edge they're looking for.
Some of the Livingston lures also feature a visual trigger of internal LED lights in either the bait's eyes and or tail that cycle on and off repeatedly.
Water's the conductor. We have two eyes, tie eyes, one that's out of the belly on most of our baits, the other one's off the tail, and we have wired them to be positive and negative. So when you cast our bait in the water, it is only on in the water.
You know, I think the reason these fish hit these baits so well is not just the action that the baits have, but the lighted eyes and the lighted tail. You know, I feel like when you get that bait down there in the strike zone and them eyes light up or that tail lights up, it's just like a bait fish getting scared or maybe injured, and maybe it looks like they're bleeding. I don't know what it is for sure, but I know it seems like you get some ferocious bites on these baits.
Hard plastic lures designed to call fish that meet the highest standards of realism, swimming action, and quality construction, and brought to life by new technologies, are the elements that make up a Livingston lure.
Livingston Lures is unique because we develop our baits, we manufacture our baits with passion. We manufacture and build our baits with the love of the sport. We manufacture and build our baits with a proprietary sound chamber unlike any other lure on the market today. You combine the love of fishing, the passion of creating the best possible bait, and a proprietary sound chamber unlike any other on the market on store shelves today, and what you get is the most unique experience fishing with artificial lures that you can have today.
To learn more about this affordable line of cutting-edge hard plastic baits, visit livingstonlures.com or call 1-800-678-7841.
They swim true, they track well, they sink the way they're supposed to.
There he is. When you get that bait down there in the strike zone and them eyes light up or that tail lights up, you get some ferocious bites on these baits. Oh, look at that. You said fish, come back and get it.
Here is a brand new sound with a brand new signature and a brand new swimming action that I believe will give all anglers the edge they're looking for.
That's what I'm talking about right there. There's one. There's a good one right there.
At Livingston Lures, we created a lipped crank series called Dive Master Series. The Dive Master Series are offered in the shallow, medium depth, and deep diving.
The Dive Master Fire Eyes series is a water-activated bait that contains a proprietary sound chamber that generates a red light from the eyes, which attracts fish in low light or cloudy water conditions. The DM14 crankbaits consists of the same body size as the DM20, but has a reduced diving blade. This allows you to fish a column of water just above the depths of the DM20. The max depth range of the DM14 crankbait is 12 to 14 feet.
Everybody thinks with a crankbait, you know, that you're out cranking to its maximum depth. You know, if they say it's dives to 14 foot, people think, well, you need it to dive to 14 foot, and that's not necessarily the case. Today, we found the fish that were in probably 8 to 9 foot, and I was able to throw the DM14 on 20-pound test line and crank that 8 to 10 foot range, 7, 8 to 10 foot range, and that's where we were catching fish. And then with 20-pound line, you know, it's just that much easier to horse them out of that stuff. You get them in that hydrilla around timber, you know, I'd prefer having bigger line, and that's what we were doing today. Oh, look at that dude. Man, that fish hit that crankbait and just, I mean, knocked so much slack in my line. I was reeling, there wasn't nothing there. I thought, man, I missed that thing, and I seen him come up. My crankbait was coming to the surface, and I seen that fish come up behind him and smoke this crankbait. Golly, that's a good one right there now. Let that big joker go. There he goes. Man, Livingston Lures. Everything you want in a crankbait. I mean, body size, perfect. Got lighted eyes, lighted tail. Got a good knocker in it. It's even got another sound device in it. Just makes kind of like a croaking sound. And, you know, all that stuff, you know, people yay or nay about it. To me, I take every advantage I can get. And as you can see today, they will definitely eat it.
The fastest retrieve rate allows you to reach max depths offered by this bait. The size of this bait and awesome color selection will excite larger bass, generate those reaction strikes, as well as garner the attention of those smaller and aggressive bass.
The Dive Master Series generates strikes because of its new look, its new sound, its new action in the water. It's not like your typical lure on the water, like your typical lipped crank on the water. It has a distinct wobble. It has a distinct sound to it. And the patterns that we've created that to match all seasons, all these things combined generates those big strikes.
Casting this bait to the bank and using a slowly increasing rate of retrieve will allow you to attack those bass staged on main lake points and ledges as you work from the shallows to deep water.
That's it right there. Nice little fish, not a giant, but he's a good fun fish. DM14.
Like every offering from the Livingston Lure line of baits, the Dive Master series of Livingston Lures is offered in a wide variety of body finishes and outfitted with the highest quality parts, including razor-sharp must-add onyx treble hooks and stainless steel split rings, and offered to you at an affordable price. To see the complete line of Livingston Lure Dive Master series crankbaits, visit livingstonlures.com.
There he is.
Topwater fishermen are a special breed. They live for that breathtaking blow-up when the biggest bass in the lake crushes what it thinks is an easy meal. The new Pro Sizzle topwater bait from Livingston Lures is made for these moments. Using an exclusive combination of surface action, visual attraction, and sound to draw vicious attacks from bass and other freshwater game fish.
The Pro Sizzle Topwater is a bait that I just love because right out of the box, right out of the package, it'll walk the dog. It'll allow you to walk the dog as if you've been walking the dog your whole life. It allows the novice fisherman to fish it just like a pro would, to make it go side to side and give that walking the dog feature. And there's nothing like a topwater blow-up.
What sets the new Pro Sizzle apart from other topwater hardbaits is Livingston Lures' proprietary internal sound chamber, combining advanced rattles activated by lure movement with microelectronics that periodically emit a croaking sound, developed to imitate the natural sound of injured or frightened baitfish.
Boy, he came up there and smoked that thing.
The Pro Sizzle Topwater has an extended sound chamber to cause an erratic sound from the top of the water down. Unlike our diving cranks and our Pro Ripper, the Pro Sizzle is designed, well, to do just that, to give that sizzle, that sizzle you hear from a steak being cooked. Well, the Pro Sizzle is creating that sizzle sound on top of the water that fish just can't resist.
Boy, that walking bait, even in this wind, that knocker and that sound stuff is still enough to get them in that wind. You usually don't throw a walking bait in wind, but this thing makes enough racket, it'll call them up there.
While many popular topwater baits are notoriously hard to work properly, the Pro Sizzle's 4-inch hydrodynamic designed body will have any angler walking the dog like a pro with the first cast.
The Pro Sizzle comes in two distinct sizes. The Pro Sizzle full size, it's a 4-inch plug, and the Pro Sizzle Junior, it's a 3-inch plug. The reason why we did that is I believe that the 3-inch gives you a little more agility, gives you, if you're not comfortable fishing with a large bait, you've got the ability to go with the smaller bait, or if the fry or the brim around that area happen to be a smaller size, it allows you to match the hatch more effectively. And it gives you a topwater action unlike any other topwater lures on the market today.
Like every offering from the Livingston Lure line of baits, the new Pro Sizzle is offered in a wide variety of body finishes and outfitted with the highest quality parts, including razor-sharp must-add onyx hooks, stainless steel split rings, prismatic red eyes, and offered to you at an affordable price. To see the complete line of Livingston Lure Pro Sizzle Series topwaters, visit livingstonlures.com.
Here is a brand new sound with a brand new signature and a brand new swimming action that I believe will give all anglers the edge they're looking for.
That's what I'm talking about right there. There it comes. There he is. That's a good one.
Sometimes getting trophy-sized bass to strike is all about creating as much surface commotion as possible. It's for this reason that Livingston Lures has added a new product category to its industry-leading lineup, the new Pro Wake. This premium quality floating wake bait was developed to maximize surface commotion and water movement, luring in hungry predators for a closer look.
At Livingston Lures, we're really proud of the swimming action of our baits. You'll know it when you put it in your hand. You'll know that this is a lure that's slightly different, better. And when you cast it out, it casts beautifully. When you're reeling it in, the vibration you feel on your rod tip, you know that that thing is just wiggling perfectly through the water. If you dead stick and you leave it and twitch, the way it reacts with what you want to do is so intuitive. From the simple twitch to the long burning in the reel, it just acts perfectly. It does what it's supposed to when it's supposed to do it.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Man, wake bait again.
The fat, slow wobble and water chopping action of the Pro Wake burbles and pops across the surface, leaving a boat-type wake behind it and drawing the attention of fish far and wide. The Pro Wake gets its stirring action from its deep body design and 90-degree square bill. The Pro Wake does even more to ensure it triggers savage strikes, thanks to the proprietary internal sound chamber technology. Each Pro Wake bait features internal rattles that create high-pitched sound with every movement of the lure's body, sound that predatory fish detect through their lateral lines and use to zero in on food. Taking this concept a step further, the Pro Wake features internal microelectronics that emit a periodic croaking noise that simulates the natural sounds of injured baitfish. This combination ensures that the Pro Wake is always sending out auditory signals, even when the retrieve is paused and the lure sits motionless.
Boy, he come up and smoked that wake bait. Man, this wake bait, you know, it's got its own time and place. You get a deal like this where you got a lot of grass out here that not all of it's on the surface. A lot of it's just, you know, just submerged right underneath the surface. There's places that you normally throw a topwater, but when you get wind like this, where you can't really throw a topwater and walk a bait, you can take this wake bait and just run it right underneath the surface. Man, you can catch some big fish on it. I'm gonna bet you before the day's over, we catch a big one on it.
Like every offering from the Livingston Lure line of baits, the new Pro Wake is offered in a wide variety of body finishes and outfitted with the highest quality parts, including razor-sharp mustad onyx treble hooks, stainless steel split rings, prismatic red eyes, and offered to you at an affordable price. To see the complete line of Livingston Lure Pro Wake series, visit livingstonlures.com. Hard plastic lures designed to call fish that meet the highest standards of realism, swimming action, and brought to life by new technologies are the elements that make up a Livingston lure. To learn more about this affordable line of baits, visit livingstonlures.com. The new Pro Ripper crankbait from Livingston Lures features a proven lipless body design to impart a seductive wobbling action over a range of retrieve speeds, while its slow sinking design lets freshwater anglers work all areas of the water column.
The Pro Ripper is a bait that I'm really proud of. It sinks exactly the way it's supposed to, the way it comes in with a nice tight wiggle, but what's really exciting about it is that you can cast it out into some beds, some grass beds, let it go to the bottom, hit the grass bed, and you can rip it out and cause a big ruckus, a big commotion. That's why we call it the Pro Ripper.
At the heart of the new Pro Ripper's effectiveness is Livingston's proprietary internal sound chamber, developed to emit fish-attracting sonic signals in two ways: through advanced rattles designed to emit high-pitched vibrations with every movement, and through built-in microelectronics that generate subtle croaking sounds, even when the lure is motionless, which imitates the natural noises made by an injured baitfish or stressed baitfish.
With the Pro Ripper, we've created a very unique high pitch. That, I believe, is its success in its action and in the way it maneuvers and the way you can fish it in so many different areas.
Like every offering from the Livingston Lure line of baits, the new Pro Ripper is offered in a wide variety of body finishes and outfitted with the highest quality parts, including razor-sharp must-add onyx treble hooks, stainless steel split rings, and offered to you at an affordable price. To see the complete line of Livingston Lure Pro Ripper Series line of slow-sinking crankbaits, visit livingstonlures.com.
They swim true, they track well, they sink the way they're supposed to.
There he is. When you get that bait down there in the strike zone and then my eyes light up or that tail lights up, you get some ferocious bites on these baits. Oh, look at that. You see that fish come back and get it?
Here is a brand new sound with a brand new signature and a brand new swimming action that I believe will give all anglers the edge they're looking for.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
The Livingston Lures Stickmaster Jerkbait has a classic floating jerkbait design that is ideal for situations where bass, trout, stripers, white bass, and other freshwater game fish are feeding on schools of shad, minnows, or fry near the surface. With its tapered 3-inch body and precision-tuned bill, Livingston Stickmaster can quickly dive down 4 or 5 feet on the jerk, then rises toward the surface like a wounded fish on the paws. This proven jerkbait technique is then enhanced even further with Livingston's proprietary internal sound chamber, featuring advanced rattles and its microelectronics developed to mimic the croaking sounds of an injured baitfish. Unlike typical jerkbaits that do nothing as they float up or suspend, Livingston Stickmaster emits its electronic croak to further stimulate the feeding instincts of a fish. With its combination of swimming action, rattling vibration, and sound, this lure is always working during every stage of the retrieve. Like every offering from the Livingston Lure line of baits, the Stickmaster is offered in a wide variety of body finishes and outfitted with the highest quality parts, including razor-sharp must-add onyx treble hooks, stainless steel split rings, and offered to you at an affordable price. To see the complete line of Livingston Lure Stickmaster Series line of jerkbaits, visit livingstonlures.com.
Here is a brand new sound with a brand new signature and a brand new swimming action that I believe will give all anglers the edge they're looking for.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Hard plastic lures designed to call fish that meet the highest standards of realism, swimming action, and brought to life by new technologies are the elements that make up a Livingston lure. To learn more about this affordable line of baits, visit livingstonlures.com.